I recognize the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this week, Nova Scotia Power failed to meet their reliability standards for the 9th year in a row. This isn't surprising to Nova Scotians who are very familiar with paying high bills for bad service. What's surprising to people is just how little the Energy Minister is doing to hold this company accountable. The Energy Board has been very clear about what they can and can't do. When the Premier made himself the Energy Minister, people expected he would take these issues seriously. Will the Premier launch a full review of the operation and ownership of Nova Scotia Power, yes or no?
I recognize the Honourable Minister of Energy.
All Nova Scotians understand how, the difficulties with Nova Scotia Power, their unreliable service, the cost of the power, the bills. It's a bad situation for all Nova Scotians. The Energy Board is independent. The member knows that. The Energy Board has the tools they need. They can find Nova Scotia Power. I urge them to do that. I just ask that we have to respect the independence of that board, and I'm hopeful that they will do their job and hold Nova Scotia Power to account. They have the tools they need.
I recognize the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, the Energy Minister wants Nova Scotians to believe that he has no role in holding Nova Scotia Power to account, but the Energy Board was clear. They have a role, but government also has a role. The Minister would like us to believe that competition is the answer to all of the problems with Nova Scotia Power, and that's interesting because his government doesn't seem to believe in competition when it comes to healthcare spending. In fact, the Auditor General found that 99% of procurement spending contracts in a single year were not done on a competitive basis. Why does the Premier think that competition is good to lower energy prices, but not for bidding on billion-dollar healthcare projects?
I recognize the Honourable Premier.
Thank you. Thank you. I could speak at length of the importance of competition in the energy market, giving consumers the choice, having some competition for Nova Scotia Power. It's incredibly important. We've spoken at length as well on the procurements in healthcare. We've made incredible progress in healthcare. We've moved very fast. Many times there's only one vendor in healthcare. It's very specialized, but we've got the job done in healthcare. There's more work to be done, but we're moving the needle on that, and we will continue to do that. We use we put patients first. We're looking for progress. We put progress over process. Madam Speaker, we will continue to do that. We'll always put the patient first and move healthcare forward.
I recognize the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. In fact, this government misused alternative procurement where there were other vendors. At any rate, Nova Scotia Power failed to meet their target on the percentage of bills they estimate, and competition isn't going to fix it. Where's the progress in that? In 2025, almost 40%, 37.8% of customer bills were estimated. That's supposed to be 2%. The Minister is standing back and letting the Energy Board put in place weak penalties for missed targets, but people expect more. They want the problem fixed so that their bills aren't overestimated in the first place. Why won't the Energy Minister take this seriously, get us some progress, put regulations in place, and protect consumers?
I recognize the Honourable Premier.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The solution here is competition for Nova Scotia Power. We know that. We've announced the first steps for competition with Renewal on that project. It's a great project, Madam Speaker. Natural gas, exploring our own natural gas, developing our own natural gas will create more competition. That's a good thing as well. We'll continue to push on that. I know the member's boss, Mr. Avi Lewis, he's against oil and gas, Madam Speaker. I know the member has to toe the line for her boss, but I will toe the line for Nova Scotians, and I will put Nova Scotians first. We will push for competition for Nova Scotia Power.